And it comes from the childhood, right? Like when a child experiences some negative emotions, they can't do anything about it. We don't have analytical thinking to understand what is this pain here for, what is it here to teach me. We don't have physical abilities to escape or leave from the situations, change the scenery, or leave the people that give us that pain, right? So what the child is doing, it's learning to suppress this pain, suppress these negative emotions, or endure this negative emotions. And as we grow, obviously we discover more and more coping mechanisms, how we can avoid the pain, right? Like be it alcohol or excess food or, porn or whatever. But the problem is that we carry this psychological habit of avoidance of pain from the childhood years. It's a habit, it's automatic default reaction by our body that stems from the time when we were incapable to handle the pain. Child cannot handle the pain. Adult, on the other hand, not only can handle the pain, but actually the only thing we can do in our life is not to avoid the pain. It's impossible. But we can choose the type of the pain to experience. Think about it. Usually everything that is painful or uncomfortable in the moment has a very good benefits in the long run. So if I go to the gym today, it is going to be uncomfortable and will eat and use discipline to, eat proper good foods and not much of it, right? It's going to be kind of painful and uncomfortable in the moment, but then I will experience amazing benefits in the long run. Immediate pain causes delayed gratification, right? Delayed pleasure, let's say. So you'll experience pleasure later, seeing the consequences of your sacrifice, right? On the other hand, everything that brings immediate pleasure always has a consequence of a long-term pain. So you don't experience pain immediately, like if you drink every single day or if you overeat every single day, you won't experience the negative effect of that immediately. However, in the long run, you will inevitably experience negative effect of that action. Again, there is no such thing as no pain scenario. There is no such thing as a no negative emotion scenario in our life. That's why Buddhists said, life is suffering. But because we have a free choice, we can choose to suffer. We can voluntarily pick a discipline or an endeavor where we have to experience momentarily pain or negative emotion or discomfort, but that will lead us to an amazing outcomes. This is the only choice we have. We don't have no pain, no negative emotions choice. We only can choose the type of the pain that you want to experience. And again, if you do it voluntarily, right? If you pick your suffering, so to say, that at least you won't have to experience something unexpected. But usually what people do, you use those pleasures of the moment, and then one day, bang, you're overweight, or you have a disease, or like your family is ruined. Whether it is a weight goal or a financial goal or a relationship goal, the rule is you can't avoid the pain, but you can manage it by voluntarily choosing the type of discipline or discomfort of the moment. It's also like a principle of the asceticism, where you have to sacrifice something in order to get something in return. So I believe it's kind of important to come to this conclusion, because again, as children, we carry this habit of trying to avoid the pain, because the child doesn't actually have a concept of the future as the adult has, right? So the adult can conceptualize, okay, I will give this up now, but I will gain something in the future. Child doesn't have this concept, right? Child doesn't have enough information, experience in order to create this abstract reality. And when you create this abstract reality, then you have an incentive to sacrifice something in the moment, right? But if you can't imagine as a child, why am I going to give this up now when I cannot even imagine anything in the future, and therefore a child is unlikely to sacrifice, but adult has to. So like I said, there is no world with no pain, but we can choose the type of the pain to experience in the moment, and do it consciously, do it with awareness, and then experience positive effects of that sacrifice that you do in the moment, right? So let's stop being children and try to avoid pain and cover it up with all sorts of illusory pleasures, because in fact the pleasure comes from moving towards something meaningful, and the meaning is your job, right? Like, you have to give that meaning, but you also have to acknowledge small tiny steps towards that direction. It might not be something specific, but it definitely should, you should have a direction towards which you're moving. And again, trying to avoid pain is the biggest mistake that we all make. We can't avoid pain. Pain is inevitable. It's ultimate reality, but we can choose the type of the pain to experience in the moment, so that we can avoid experiencing bigger hardships in the future. All right.